We're going to look at 3 general jazz progressions. I'm going to explain to you what to play according to the context. And then you're going to go from playing a lot of wrong notes to playing, hopefully, no wrong notes. So it's a great place to begin if you don't know. It's very simple, simple concept, simple everything. Let's start. The first thing I want to show you is minor 2-5-1. What does that mean? It means, let's say in C, it means D half diminished, so D minor 7 flat 5, G7 to C minor. So first, on the D half diminished, we always play the same thing. We play in the Locrian mode. Locrian mode is the 7th mode of the major scale. So in D, we're actually playing the notes of E flat major. So I will start on D, but you don't need to start on D. You just play notes from the scale. Okay? That's one. So if I'm improvising on it, that's the first chord. Second chord is G7. On G7 that leads to a minor chord, right? So it can have a 2 before or not have a 2 before. G7 that resolves to a minor chord. We have 2 options that we use 99.9% of the time. If it's an old school jazz song, like bebop, hard bop, swing, we're gonna play a mode called harmonic minor 5 below. It's the 5th mode of harmonic minor. So if it's G, it means we're playing C harmonic minor. Again, I'll start on G, but you don't have to start on G, just to show you. If I'm playing more modern style of jazz, which is hard bop and forward, so post bop or whatever came after that, I'm going to play, instead of the harmonic minor, I'm going to play the 7th mode of melodic minor. Okay, that's called an altered mode or an altered scale. Now, third chord, we're always going to do the same thing. It's resolved to 1 minor, which is C minor here, and we're going to do C melodic minor. Here it is. That's what it sounds like if I'm playing the older versions. Older version mean D Locrian, G harmonic minor 5 below, C melodic minor. That's what it sounds like if I play the more modern version. Alright, that was the minor 2-5-1. Next thing we're going to look at is major 2-5-1. Major 2-5-1 is 2 minor 7, to 5-7, to 1 major 7. So, in C, D minor 7, to G7, to C major 7. Here we have a little bit more options, but not that much more. The first one is D minor 7. D minor 7, we always do Dorian. Dorian is the 2nd mode of the major scale. So here it's D, meaning we're playing the notes of C major over the D. Okay. Second chord, G7. If we're playing older type of jazz, we're going to play G mixolydian, which is, again, C major, just the C major scale. So it's exactly the same notes. If it's more modern, we're going to play G diminished. G diminished, half all. So. Or we can also play altered here, which we played on the minor 2-5-1. When we resolve, if it's an older style of jazz, we're going to resolve to Ionian, which Ionian is just the 1st mode of the major scale, so C major. Or if it's more modern, we're going to do Lydian. So Lydian is the 4th mode. So here it's going to be, over C, we're going to do G major 7. So G major, not G major 7. In all style of jazz, we're going to do D Dorian to G mixolydian to C Ionian, which is basically all the same notes. It's all C major. If we're doing a little bit more modern, we're going to do D Dorian to G, let's do diminished, because we did all that before, to C Lydian. The last thing we're going to look at are 7 chords that don't resolve upper fourth and diminished chords. 7 chords that don't resolve upper fourth, we have 2 options for them. 90% of the time, or 99% of the time, is going to be Lydian dominant. Lydian dominant is the 4th mode of melodic minor. So let's say we have C7 that doesn't resolve to F, right, minor or major. Then we're going to play C Lydian dominant, which is going to mean we play G melodic minor. So. And that's true for all of them. So it can resolve a tone up, half a step down. It can be, let's say, C7 to E flat 7 to C7. It can be a lot of things, but you always play Lydian dominant. Another option that less used, but I'm going to show you anyway, is called all tone. Now let's look at diminished chords. Diminished chords are a huge problem even for professional jazz players. A lot of times you hear people that can really play jazz, but when it comes to a diminished chord, they play a wrong thing. So I'm going to teach you how to do it. If you have a diminished chord that resolves half a step up to a major chord, we're going to play the 7th mode of harmonic major. Okay? So if I'm resolving to C major 7, I have B diminished resolving to C major 7, I'm going to play C harmonic major. Those are the notes. I'm going to start on B. That's what it's going to sound like. If I have B diminished will resolve to a C minor, I'm going to play the 7th mode of harmonic minor. So it's going to be C harmonic minor over the B diminished. And resolve into the C minor. Now we're going to look at diminished chords that don't resolve half a step up. So a good example is even a blues, because it goes 4-7 to sharp 4 diminished to 1. But it can be also 1 to flat 3 diminished, or 1 to 1 diminished to 1. We have a lot of options. Here we just play the diminished scale, the whole half diminished scale. So. Now, with the 3 things I just showed you, you can basically play any standard from the real book, or 99.9% of standards in the real book, without playing or hitting any wrong notes, which is a great place to start to figuring your stuff out if you are not good at playing jazz. Now, are there other options? Yes, there are other options. But I showed you what is used in 99% of cases. To find out how to use all this thing in context, click on the video right here. Please subscribe, like the page. There's a lot of great stuff coming. Go to Patreon. Do everything that's expected from you guys. You've been on YouTube before.